Hey, it's Phil. I'm back. How you doing today? Yep, thanks for coming back and watching these videos. I'm going to do this, post a video one a day. It's my intention, right? Monday through Friday. So come back and watch them here. Today, what I wanted to talk to you about is something that I think is really important because it's either holding people back, keeping them where they are, and stopping them from moving forward, to get the results in life that they really want, right? And that is your belief system. So I talked about it before a little bit in a previous video, right, about the conscious and the subconscious mind, and leave a comment below. Let me know if you want me to go into that further, because that's a big deal, and I know it's really helped me and it's changed my mind. So let's get some engagement here. Leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for a notification, right? So that as I do these new videos, you'll be notified so you can watch them. So what I want to talk about is the beliefs. So, you may know people who are struggling. Hopefully it's not you. I mean, you may have been there, or maybe you could be right now, but hopefully you're trying to think bigger and trying to change things, right? You got the entrepreneurial spirit, right? If you're watching this, you want to change things. You want more out of life. You're not satisfied with the status quo. You don't want to just go to a job and make your money, pay out most of your money every month, and have a little bit left over for whatever, right? Or just whatever, wherever I don't know where you are in life. But if you think about it, like I was thinking about, so the belief system, I talked about it before about the conscious and the subconscious mind. So your belief system really runs your life, right? So what you believe in, it really dictates how you act, how much money you make, your actions, your behaviors, really everything, right? And where do you get it from? You learned it, right? You learned it along the way. And it's probably very similar to your parents' belief system or whoever raised you, wherever you grew up, right? Because of the environment. And then if you take yourself out of the equation and think about somebody like, people on welfare or food stamps, third, fourth, fifth generation. Well, that's the perfect evidence there, right? Why? Because that's what they believe, right? Like if they grew up and their parents were collecting welfare and food stamps every month and they're getting that welfare check every month and making that work, and that's all they did. They didn't go out and try and do something different or try and get better or try and expand their mind or think big or change their beliefs, right? They just did the status quo and they said, okay, well, I'm just going to make the welfare check work and the food stamps work, and I make it work every month. It's month to month. And the belief is that they can't do any better than that. It's just what their life is, right? You may know some people like that. If not, there are people like that, right? There are people like that in the world. That's what they are. So to help your belief system, how do you change, right? So, like, say you're an entrepreneur or you got that spirit, you're trying to think big. You're like, yeah, I know what I want, but I don't know what I got to do, right? What do I have to do to get what I want? So to change your beliefs, what you want to do is, what really helped me was listening to people who had, great visions, the repetition, either listening to and reading autobiographies, right? And I mentioned it before, all the great people, the inventors and entrepreneurs. Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, right? I don't know if you read Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill's fine book, which you want to read, by the way. There's a lot of names in that book, right? Our founding fathers of the United States, right? For instance, that would be a great example of, big thinkers, right? But what you want to do is you want to tap into the source, right, of what you want, where your end result, what you want to get to. You want your end game. You want to tap into that source, and that source will then help you change your belief. And that's why I love the Success Challenge, and I'll put the link down below. That's why I love that, because the repetition of hearing things, right, made me believe. I don't know about you, where you are again, right? But $100,000 a year may seem like a lot to you. It might seem like a lot of money. Like, I don't believe that's possible, right? Like that. I believe it's possible. I know it's possible, right? Because I'm doing it, right? Or I did it, right? But then, is $100,000 a month possible? Yeah, I'm getting there, right? I'm getting to where I believe that is possible. Because $100,000 a year is $8,300 a year. And I don't know about you, but you may have not, I don't know what you're selling, but if you're making $1,000 on a product that's 8 in a month, that's one every 4 days, right? 3 or 4 days. I mean, that, right? So if you break it down that way, like, it seems more possible, right? Like, it's more believable, right? And that's what helped me too, break things down to the ridiculous, to make it believable, to help you make it believable, right? And don't start out with, $1 million in an hour, right? Something outrageous, unless you're making $1 million in 2 hours, right? Right? But start out, wherever you are, start out with 10 timesing it and thinking 10 timesing that in a year, in a month, right? In a day, in a week, in a day, right? And break it down to what you can believe in, and then keep listening. Repetition, like I talked about before. Repetition is the mother of learning. Continue to listen to it over and over and over, and that'll help your beliefs. And if you're around people, like right now, that's the other great thing about the community that I'm around. Then you can be part of the 4% community too if you want, and be around videos like this. We have a Facebook group, and once you be around people and you hear people and you see the results people are making, and then you go to masterminds and you meet those people, right? And they're making what you didn't think was believable before, right? And they're making that kind of money. They're earning that. They're having that success, right? So when you tap into the source, it helps your belief, right? And then once you start believing it, what happens? You start taking action, right? You behave differently, right? Because you believe. Like, if you don't believe it's true, what are you going to do? You're just going to keep doing the same thing you're doing, right? You're not going to do anything different. You're going to take the same actions, get the same results. But once your beliefs change, what happens? What do you do? And I'm talking to you right now. I'm talking to you. What do you do? When your beliefs change, you take different actions. Your behavior changes. You take different actions, what happens? You get different results, right? You've probably done this in your life. Did you ride a bike? You never rode a bike before. You never walked as a baby. Then you would get up, you'd fall, you'd get up, you go a little bit farther. Then you stagger, you stand up and stagger, you fall down. And then you go, wow, I got farther than I did last time. So now I believe that I can do it. Now you believe, oh, I can walk. I can stand up. If I can stand up, now all I got to do is move my foot. One foot in front of the other. Then you take one step, you fall. You get back up. You steady yourself again. You take one step, you stand up. Okay, I got it. Right? Step by step. Right? Break it down to ridiculous, step by step. But then it feeds itself, right? So you tap into the source. Get your belief going. Believe you can do it. Believe you can do what it takes. Take different actions. When you get the different results, what happens? It feeds your belief, doesn't it? Because now that you're getting the actions from your different behavior, you're getting the results that you want, you go, holy crap, this does work. Right? Like the light goes on, you're like, yeah. I tap into the source. I believe more. I really believe that it could happen. I believe that I could do it. So I went out and did what I needed to do to make it happen. Change my actions, change my behavior, got the results, feeds my belief, right? So give yourself a challenge to 30, 60, 90 days, whatever, right? Start with a day, a week, or 30 days, every day. Listen to something repeatedly, over and over. Listen to the results that you want to get. Be around a community of people that you want to get those results. Change your beliefs. It'll be great for you. We're going to get more into the how as we go on with these videos every day. So if you haven't yet subscribed, and subscribe to this channel, we're going to get into how to do this. We're going to break it down day by day so you can learn how to do it. And don't quit. Don't give up. You're on the way. You're on the right track. We can do this together, right? And we can go along. We can collaborate. If you want the same results that I'm looking for, that I'm talking about here, let's collaborate. Let's do this together, right? Help each other out. Support each other. All right, so hit that notification bell below too, so you're notified when I put out another video. And we'll talk to you soon. Think about this. Think about what I'm talking about. Change your beliefs. You can change everything, because it runs your life. It runs everything. We'll talk about more about the how. We'll talk more about the subconscious and how to, and the repetition. You know, how do you know your name? Repetition. Somebody said your name over and over and over. How come some people that were around your family, your siblings, around your parents, heard your parents call your name, they say it the same way? Repetition. They heard it over and over and over. How did you learn? I remember learning math. We had flashcards, or someone would drill you. 4 times 4, 5 times 5, 6 times 5, 7 times 8, 9 times 2, 3 times 4, 7 times 6. Right? Over and over. Repetition. You got it. You learned your times tables through repetition. Learn how to count through repetition. ABCs, repetition. Right? It's a mother of learning. All right? Be awesome. Be great. And God bless you. Thanks for coming. And come back soon. We'll talk to you later. Have a great day. Be awesome.